We are at ground zero of the international conflict between federal law enforcement and illegal border crossers. No underground tunnels, no remote areas in the desert, just 20 to 25 vertical feet of steel border fence. It certainly looks imposing enough, but for those hell-bent on coming through, it can be scaled, climbed, and crossed over quite literally in a matter of seconds. With more than 600,000 arrests in the Tucson sector since 2000, an alarming trend involves illegal immigrants who have no intention of simply escaping into the United States.
When somebody's arrested 5 or 6 times a month, they're not out here to stay, they're out here to work.
In most cases, that means drug trafficking and human smuggling, a multi-billion-dollar business involving some who aren't even teenagers when they commit their first offense.
Obviously, each one of these, you can tell, is a handprint as people are grabbing and climbing over.
Handprints often belonging to children who jump the fence knowing perfectly well they're being watched by the U.S. Border Patrol.
Whoa!
How fast can somebody scale this from one side to the other?
It's within seconds.
Just as fast, agents respond and detain the jumpers, situations seemingly averted. But at the same time, others carrying contraband try crossing another location, a calculated diversion.
They're communicating. As we move around, we're being called out like chess pieces.
In this high-stakes game of cat and mouse.
Nobody comes across or jumps over the fence for fun or as a sport. You know, there's always a purpose.
To explain that purpose, Border Patrol agents Paco and Robs take us to an elevated location along the border known as Hudgens Plateau. Here, we see scouts on the Mexico side, watching our every move.
They monitor our activity just as much as we're monitoring them.
Which goes hand in hand with juvenile fence jumpers. Some are scouts already, while others take that leap of faith in exchange for fast cash or new clothing.
That's how they start, you know. They start young, monitoring our activity, and then they might be promoted to actual smugglers.
Only gonna have visual of this guy for another 10 seconds.
A man spotted by cameras jumping the wall just west of Nogales.
10-4, we'll head that way.
Taking the call, we arrive on scene in less than 3 minutes.
A little bit north of that already, but I can't.
Agent Robs closes in. The subject's on the phone, talking to somebody who's likely directing him from the other side. Bottom line, there are eyes everywhere along the U.S.-Mexico border. Only this time, it's the guys in green who come out on top.
So if the individual has criminal history and qualifies for criminal prosecutions, he might see some time before he gets repatriated back to Mexico.
In Nogales, Som Lisaius, KOLD News 13. Live local, late breaking.